It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it, and it's time to have a look at Eastern Air Netball and Great Flinders Netball too with Joe Franklin. Joe, how you doing? Have a good week?
Yeah, we have had a good week. Lots of rain, very wet underfoot, but it's been a good week and some very interesting results in netball actually all over. Yes, potentially this last weekend. But shall we start with Great Flinders?
We'll start with the one that we knew they were going to win, and that was Lock over Ramblers, and that was a real blowout.
Oh, absolutely, and very handy percentage, although I don't think they're going to actually need the percentage now. But yeah, Lock 81 defeated Ramblers 22. Lock had their full side. Ellen Reid's back for them as well, so that just gives them another option in the goal circle in the shooting with Lisa and Jordan. But and then it also frees up Lisa to perhaps go down into defence if they need that to happen. So they're certainly building, and they'd be very happy with that 81 goal win. Look, Ramblers again. The young ones, they keep on trying, and they've got one game to go, and they would be hoping that they might just be able to get another win there. But look, their Lock girls certainly were way too strong on the day, and are certainly putting together some very nice netball leading into the last round of matches and then into the finals.
In the other game, and we said this would be the game of the round, and I think we called it right. Air United over United Yelena, and 1 goal in it.
Yeah, one goal. Air United won 29 to United Yelena 28, and it was just so close all day. Look, the United Yelena girls were pretty happy with themselves. They did a really good job. They said they sort of had some really good patches, and then they just let themselves down a little bit with concentration. But Air United just kept at it and got over the line by a goal.
The other game, and a bit of an upset, I believe.
Yes, look, Cummins Kapini 33 to be the Tumby Bay 30. Now, it could be a little bit interesting here because I do believe that Cummins Kapini might have had Tess Watson pop up and have a little game in defence with them on the day, which I think might just about qualify her for the finals. But interesting that along with that they had lost Ella Wedd and Morgan McDonald, but Jet Green was back as well, so they're probably just about at their full strength heading into finals. Tumby had an injury. Taryn Benke did hurt herself and had to come off and probably unsettled Tumby for just a few minutes. And honestly, when these two sides play each other, that's all you need to lose concentration for a few minutes, and the other team's going to take full advantage of that. And I think that's exactly what happened in this game. And Cummins Kapini got over the line 33-30, and they will be pretty happy with that, and we'll certainly look forward to their game this week. Which will be a pretty tough one for them as well. But certainly they would be building towards the finals, and glad with that. And Tumby Bay, look, they've had a couple of losses in the last round, so they will certainly be working pretty hard. Stacey had to go on, and I think therefore she would just about be qualified for finals now. But very interesting result with the finals heading coming up very soon, 2 weeks.
Very soon indeed, and of course Ellison had the bye. Okay, on to round 17, the final round in this season, and we got Ramblers and Air United. And for Ramblers, I think they'll be glad once the season's over. And they'll be going out there because they're rebuilding. That's what we've established. They're rebuilding.
Yeah. Look, they are, and they will be. They will be glad, I think. Look, and it's a home game for them. And look, Air United certainly would want to finish off with a win, especially when they're coming up against Ramblers. They certainly wouldn't want to let last week's win be the last one that they have. So they are at full strength for this game. So Ramblers, like I said, the young ones will keep on keeping on, and they'll give it a real crack. And so Air United will not want to let their guard down at all. There'll be, a couple of young ones through the centre court matches up like Sally Cabot and Marty Enright maybe. So that will be, Marty Maston, sorry, that will be an interesting little tussle. And I think that there's young ones on both sides, but Air United, I think in the end, will probably come away with the win in this one.
I have to agree there. The other game at Tumby Bay, it's Lock travelling to take on Tumby Bay. I smell another upset here. I'm fancying Lock, Joe.
Oh, I know. Look, Tumby Bay certainly would be having a good look at themselves because Lock have had a couple of very big wins and are really getting it together. And as I said, they have Ellen Reid back now, so they are at full strength. And they certainly have some options available to them. So it'll be very interesting just to see. I'm assuming that they will start Sarah back on. Sarah Skinner back on Ilkestone, which will be an interesting matchup. But they have options now that, Lisa could certainly go back in there if she needed to put herself back in there. So, because I think if they can shut Ilka down, then they certainly are well on their way to a win. And look, there could be an upset here. I just don't know that it'll happen this week. I'm thinking that Tumby will be on fire, wanting to redeem themselves from last week, and they might just. I think this will be really, really close, and I reckon there'll be 1 or 2 goals in it. I just think maybe Tumby by 1 or 2.
Okay, and in the other game, Elliston taking on Cummins Capini, a nice little drive up to Elliston.
Yes, it is. And look, this will be a cracker of a game too. Elliston are just about back at full strength. Kate was hoping that they would be at full strength for this game, especially leading into the finals. So their defensive unit with Kelsey Hull and Nikki Schubert should be back together again, and they certainly are a very, very tough combination. And so Cougars will be wanting to make sure that they are on song in there, because anything they miss, certainly the Elliston defenders will be jumping on it. So, I don't know that Cummins will be able to use Test this week because Lincoln play on Saturday. So, that will be interesting to see what they just do in defence there. But, Elliston could cause an upset here, but I think that Cougars are probably fine-tuning themselves ready for the finals to start next week, and I think I might just tip them by a couple of goals.
I totally agree. And I also think as well, when you look at the ladder, with their percentage, if they win this and lock upset Tumby, they've got that number 1 spot, and that if there's nothing to fire up Tumby better, it's losing that number 1 spot in the final round.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, look, their top 4 is set now. Air United can't put Elliston out, so their top will be Tumby Bay Cougars, then Lock and then Elliston, so pretty much set. So, but, those ones within that top 4 are certainly are playing each other, so it'll be interesting just to see what results come out of that and how that turns around come finals time.
Exactly right. It's going to be very interesting, all the possibilities and the conundrums that will come out of it, but there's going to be some great netball. That is absolutely guaranteed. And, of course, United Yelena, they have the bye. All right, on to Eastern Air Netball and last week's results, and it basically went to plan, the Storm over Kimber Districts.
Yeah, look, that was really interesting though, because like I said, I wasn't really sure that would happen. But yeah, they did, and they did it quite well. Central Air United Storm 49 defeated Kimber 37, so that really does set them up this week. If only they could, the Eastern Rangers, that they could actually put Kimber out of second spot, which means that, they'd get the second chance. Not sure that if they lose, I don't think that they would be able to get the percentage to do that, because Kimber actually have the bye, so they can do nothing whatsoever about. They just got to sit back and wait and see what happens. Interesting. Look, Central United actually still had Keely Bruce missing. She had hurt herself, had a bit of a twinge the week before, so rested up so that she'd be ready for the final. So they've still got her to bring in yet. Really tall, can play either end, goals or defence, and so to have beaten Kimber without her as well was a really good effort for them. But then Kimber were basing around, and they had quite a few out as well. In fact, I think Megan Land actually ended up putting herself on there at one stage. So they were a little bit short and probably a little bit underdone for that game. But you would never count them out in the finals anyway. But certainly it was a big win for Central Air United.
Yeah, I said to you last week there was a storm brewing. That's it.
Yeah, it's still brewing. I think it's still brewing.
Indeed. And Eastern Air Rangers totally too good for Ports.
Yeah, unfortunately for Ports, they did not have their full side. We're only very disappointed that they can only get 11 goals on the scoreboard. Eastern Rangers 62, just way too strong, and not a lot else we can say about that, Clayton.
They're trying.
Yeah, they are. Ports, they're really trying, and Eastern Rangers are absolutely building for the final series and want to be playing in that grand final and want to take out the premiership. There's no doubt about that.
And Cal had the bye, and as we move on to this week's round, the final round, and Cal, they're at home to Port, so a comfortable win, I would imagine.
Look, interestingly enough, Ports have their full side.
Oh, finally.
Yes, they finally have their full side. Touch wood. They're still a few hours before the game, but at this stage they have their full side, so they are actually looking forward to doing that. Cal are the same, I believe, so it should be a good game. And look, these two clubs they've worked hard all year. They keep putting teams up. They keep turning up each week and giving it their best shot. I do think that Cal will have a win here, and that will mean that they finish fourth and will play in the first semi-final. So, good luck to them. They have blooded a few young ones this year as well, and you would hope that they hang around and that taking the coach gets to back up with some of them would be really useful, because unfortunately for Cal, they haven't been able to do that for quite a while, where they've been able to back up 2 years in a row with a basis of the same team. Port's very much the same. I think that Cal will be too strong and should have a win in their last match of the season.
I'm going to go for Ports just because I think someone should tip them, so I'm going to tip them. And they've Yeah, I'm on a hiding to nothing, but anyway, that's the way it goes. And the other game, the Storm and against Eastern Rangers, and I'm still thinking of the Storm. They're building.
Look, I think they are building. Whether Keely Bruce will come in this week or whether they'll give her an extra week's rest, not 100% sure. They will have a look at it, I guess, at training, and they'll give her a little bit of time, give her all the time they possibly can to see whether she will or won't come up with that. But look, Eastern Rangers, I think it's out high too. I think that at the moment they have what it takes, and there won't be a lot in it. But I think that Eastern Rangers, they have the ability now at this time of the season to put the foot down, and they have the height, the strength, the skill to really take this out. And I think that Central Air United will give it everything they've got. But I just don't know that it'll be the Storm properly brewed this week, but it will still be brewing, I'm sure, for the finals.
It might not be very stormy at all, you're saying.
I think Eastern Rangers.
Technically I agree, but I just like the way the Storm have been playing the last couple of weeks, and
absolutely.
And so we've got to do it. We've got to go for them. I feel anyway.
And look, if they get that win, then that will definitely put them into second spot. So they've got that to play for. They have got everything to play for.
Exactly.
Eastern Rangers cannot get put out of top spot. So, whether Kelly even uses that as an opportunity to, rest a couple of niggling injuries or whatever, who knows. But then at the same time, you certainly want to be making sure that you are primed ready for the finals the next week. So, at the moment, it's Eastern Rangers on top, Kimber with 20, Kim on 16, Central Air United, Storm on 16, and then Cal fill up that fourth spot. So, very interesting round of matches.
It is, and Kimber have got the bye this week, so they'll just be waiting to see who they're going to be playing the following week, because they don't know.
No, they won't. They won't just yet. It'll be it'll be really interesting. And what else will be interesting for the Eastern Air crew is that they have their best and fairest count on Sunday at Rudall. Be there at 11 o'clock, ready for 11:30 start. These are always fantastic days. Clayton just love them. They do the whole dress-up themes, and they go right out. There's no question about that. They're always an excellent day, and we always really enjoy it. A few of us live members are planning on turning up as well. And it's a great day, and not sure who would be any of the favourites, because I sort of haven't seen a lot of any of the games myself. But it'll be interesting to see. I think they have all of the grades, all of the senior grades are there. So one of them, they have the A, the B, the C, and the C2. The C grade medal is I actually present that medal. It's actually my medal. I donate that, and it was a real honour to have that named after myself. And we will find out on Sunday that they are getting a new name for the A grade medal. It used to be the Tribune, and obviously that doesn't exist anymore. So they've put out, and they will let us know on Sunday who that will be named after. So it'll be an honour for somebody anyway. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely, and we'll find out more, and we'll chat to you next week about that, and you'll have fun presenting that medal, no doubt, as well on Sunday.
Absolutely. It's a great day. Everybody gets together, and a lot of fun is had, and that's what it should all be about.
Exactly. Well, good luck to everyone playing in the final round this weekend. Good luck to all the teams, all the players, all the coaches, and all the officials and everyone as well. And Joe, thanks very much, and we will catch up and find out how things went and who's the final mix is for the finals when we chat to you again next week.
We certainly will.